streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 57 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky. Punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
You talk about this Miami defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. And the Steelers first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Here's one deep for Pickens. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Lockett.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out.
Attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Returning from his own end zone, Darian Kendrick.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Until last week's loss took him from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they're for the remainder of the season to follow.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Renfro, the motion man. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Goff. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, I need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On 1st and 10, Goff.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 60 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incomplete. That could have been an interception.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. For a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now a first down throw. Goff.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now it's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Goff. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard.
The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office, the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value of a player. I think everyone was in sync on this one. He's a guy that they needed to keep.
Hurts.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third down and 6.
Back to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Open man, that's Renfro. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Goff now looks to throw. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Quentin Johnston. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
you
down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route.
And he'll go down at the 28. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Goff's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Diggs with a good footwork. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense set to regain possession.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They go play action with Hurts. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rush,
and Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st down, Goff.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Goff. Dumps it off to Mixon. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw. He dumps it off for Henry.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He throws it on the move but can't connect as it falls incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Steelers down by 5. 1:47 on the clock. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Escapes the defender.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He'll look to throw.
And he's got Pierce. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they take a knee.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Giants and the Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL... Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And his first pass is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 22-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Stroud.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 9 carries, 53 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hurts throw here complete to Kelsey.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
11 yards there, just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Steelers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Chris Wormley able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
19 Tiger.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
And the Giants first down.
Go.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
As Stroud now to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. He made his first attempt. This from 40. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
In motion left, Bateman. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as he'll give to Pollard.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Giants.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants are able to add on to that lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Here's Kendrick on the return. Here's Kendrick on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
That one 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been life.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. Down to the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I mean, it had Hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. Out quickly to Judy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Second down and 4. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Throwing after the interception, Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
7-yard attempt.
is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
2 yards to go, second down. Stroud to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no return from Kendrick. He keeps it, and it'll be a touchback out to the 25.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've the football. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
From the gun, it's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. All of a sudden, we've got a new ball game back to level after that interception that he threw on the previous drive led to a touchdown. So we'll see if they can get things right here. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got this to Pickens. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
What's up, man?
And they'll accept that penalty. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They go play action with Hurts. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
Nice job there after the setback, 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Henry going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortune. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They get 5 yards on the run there, and still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Standing just outside his own goal line. Returnable here from the 38.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Ready.
Stroud to throw it. That is caught. Bateman fighting his way through contact. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Stroud. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Stroud. That is caught. Rashawn Bateman.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Here's Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Hurts. That's caught by Davis.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And
that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing.
go.